been a difficult year. We've had some challenges this year for sure, but nothing like this. This is very uncharted territory, very unprecedented.
It's been a whirlwind, honestly.
With this unknown virus, I don't think that we were prepared.
Then we should mention a new concern coming out of China. I know there are a number, but specifically I'm talking about a medical concern that may turn international. According to reports, there is an outbreak of a new coronavirus strain. According to a report on April 4th, 40,000 Americans and other authorized travelers made the trip from China to the United States.
The World Health Organization just declared this a global health emergency.
The U.S. now leading the world in deaths.
42,922 Texans have been tested for COVID-19.
Locally, we've tested 182 individuals. 8 of those are positive. We have 47 negative tests and 127 are pending.
Wichita County has now been ordered to shelter in place as the health district releases 2 new positive cases of COVID-19.
Total of positive confirmed cases to 38. 65 positive cases in the county with 48 recoveries. More than 2,100 have tested negative and 108 tests are pending. Here in Texoma, Wichita County officials are confirming a new case of COVID-19, bringing the number to 75.
Just as a county judge, but as a county judge in my 20 plus years, I've been through fires and floods and big windstorms, that kind of thing. This one's had more political tone to it than anything I've ever worked before. When you've got a flood, it's not hard to tell people you need to stay out of the flood area. But in this one, we've had so many things that were speculative to look at. We had what was the curve going to be in the number of cases? We were going to flatten an unknown projected bell curve. Well, we did do that in the community, but we were working in so many unknowns, it was always hard to appreciate what had been done.
We're in a lot better shape than a lot of communities in Texas. If you look at the numbers, we're doing really well.
I was scared because, when the government says you can't go out of your home unless for such and such and such, A, B, and C, that's scary because it kind of becomes real.
The first week I started to kind of panic. I was like, listen, I cannot be off work 2 weeks max. Second week I was like, well, this week's kind of good. I can be cool with being off for another. Third week gets here, I'm like, man, I kind of like it. I kind of like being home all the time and just do whatever I want. Except I forget that my bank account's getting smaller and smaller by the day.
We quickly learned that we needed our own COVID-19 related webpage just because there's so much information, especially in the beginning. It's changing literally. It could be hour by hour. So we quickly, pulled that together. I'm thankful to have a really good team that's worked so hard.
So the officers, especially patrol officers, because they're the ones out really dealing with the public the most, they have gloves. They've been giving the N95 masks. So, in our job, there's just no way that you can enforce the social distancing on yourself, because sometimes you got to put hands on folks and you got to get close. So they have the opportunities to put gloves on. They can put that mask on.
Be prepared, but don't panic. That's the message from officials here in Wichita County after the first confirmed case of the coronavirus.
We wanted to be a reliable, trusted source of information. And so that first case, we've actually pulled together a press conference. I think it was in about an hour and a half to announce it, and invited our media, got all of our partners there, got all of our city management that needed to be there, the mayor, different people like that, and then announced that we had the first positive case. And it was very interesting because I think it was still maybe a little bit of shock. At the end of the press conference, we offered it up to the media partners to ask questions. And I'll never forget, it was actually kind of quiet for a little bit. It was almost like it took everybody a minute to kind of absorb, okay, it's here, it's real, we have a case here. And now what do we do with that?
we haven't been hit as bad by COVID. Wichita Falls hasn't, so it hasn't gotten too out of control. The main changes in our care is how we have to cluster our care all at once in the room. So we can't just walk into the room if they need something right away. We have to plan out what we're going to need to bring at this time. We're going to get everything done so that we don't have to go through as much PPE. And that's the protective equipment that we wear going in. So the gown, the mask, the goggles, the hairnet, the shoe nets, everything like that.
So you see a lot of people coming out and doing things like that. Just, I have 2 pairs of hands. Can I help you? And then I thought one of the most moving things was when the teachers in these school districts on the outside of Wichita Falls got in their cars and paraded through the students' neighborhoods and waved at them and everything. I thought that was such a genuinely kind thing to do. To just say, hey guys, we miss you.
In our school district, we have 3 elementary schools, a middle school, and a high school. The 3 elementary schools and the middle school are a place where they can drive through and we're doing breakfast and lunch all at one time, and they can pick them up anytime from 7 to 10. And then we have the high school, which is what I've been doing every morning, is our distribution to our 4 corners of our district, because we are pretty big, and we take meals out to where the outlying areas, like we can almost go to Charlie and Thornberry out east of us, and out west towards Electra. And then to the base. We have a big base contingency because of where we're at. So we take a lot of meals to the base, but we're approaching 1,000, and which has been really, really good in providing food for kids who need it.
I think we have some processes in place. The majority of our students will be successful. Every parent loves their child. 99.9% of parents love their children and they want the best for them, but it doesn't mean they always know how to help them. So we have to find a way to help them, the parents, in turn help the child, and just, remind them and encourage them, that this is going to make your child stronger. It's going to make them an independent learner. This is what you want.
As Governor Greg Abbott's first phase to reopen the Texas economy begins.
Just letting them know how much we were thinking about them. My superintendent and I almost have a daily conversation about what we're going to do and how we're going to try to get some type of normalcy there. We're still trying to plan a commencement ceremony, whether it be, we really don't want to do it virtually because there's just no human interaction there, but we're talking about doing a walk through the senior hall just with your family.
And I think that when you watch the news, if you're not affected by this, you feel like you have to help people who are. Because it's kind of the luck of the draw who gets this and who doesn't. And it's kind of the luck of whether you're a small business owner or part of big business or part of higher ed. It's just luck.
Just throughout the years, and we've done it ever since I've came to this company and been with them, but we try to take care of our community. So we've donated quite a bit of food to like our police departments, our firehouses, and our hospitals and everything. I mean, they're the front lines right now, really. I mean, we just want to do everything we can to support them, really, while they're out there helping everybody, trying to keep everybody safe.
Employees, if you even have a little cough, a sniffle, I don't want you to work. It's kind of funny in the old days, I'm just there, and you call it, I don't feel good. I say, you get your butt to work, you're not sick, But nowadays, the last 5 years, that's changed. I mean, if anybody ever says, I want not to come up there, I want to go to the doctor if they need to, so I think it's getting better, but and I think most Wichita Falls people are doing that. And we've had a few.
I think one of the best things to come out of some of these difficult situations, and this is unlike any other, but it's the things that we see our community doing, the ways that they support each other. I saw just the other day where the MSU bike team was offering to do deliveries on their bicycles. And the food bank had a telethon last week. They raised over $50,000 in 3 hours, or adopt an MSU student who may be stuck at MSU on campus. And there's just so many things like that every day. And those are the positives. Those are the things that we focus on, we appreciate. It makes you really proud to be a citizen and just to see how everybody kind of comes together when they need it during this time of need.
Everybody's reaching out. Everybody's being like, okay, you guys okay? Constantly having, just people checking up on you. It's really cool.
Like $100 each. Some it's like $120, and I'm like, what? And so I'll text them. I'm like, some of them just send it and they put like a smiley face. Some send it. One girl sent it and said, whoops. And I was like, what? And she accidentally sent me $115. Thank you. So I'm like, why? And they're like, we just know that you're not working, you're not making any money, and you need it, so here you go. And I'm like, oh, that is seriously, like, that has helped me so much. And at first I was like, I don't need it. But now that was 5 weeks ago, I'm like, that's awesome, because it really has helped me. It's helped me pay my bills. So I'm very thankful.
I think a lot of it is that we can see the end in sight. When you and I talked a month ago, we were both in a different place. And I think the fact that you are going to see businesses reopen, I think people, and the fact that we have not had a really serious, we have not been as seriously affected in Wichita Falls as other places. So I think people feel proud of themselves that they did what they needed to do when they needed to do it, and now they just want to try to get life back to normal.
I think it's so helpful. I've lived in big cities before, in Austin, Dallas, and places like that, and it's so different because there's so many different community groups and community leaders who are partnering to get the message out. That is something that's so special and unique about Wichita Falls. All those groups are willing, they're ready, they're willing to step up and help, and we've really seen that. And even from our perspective with our media partners, they've run information for us, the PSAs. They have, anytime we needed to get a specific message out, they'll do it for us, and that is, you just can't put a price on that. We're so thankful for that.
This is my hometown. I love our people here, and I want them to be safe. But at the same time, I want them to have some relief from this being sheltered in. I mean, it's just not normal. It's not healthy. It's, so find ways to get out to get some relief from that, and just hang in there. I don't know why I'm preaching this. I'm the one struggling with it.
Well, the biggest hope I have is that we will find the right kind of safe medical treatment to impede the return of this in the fall.
We definitely all hoped and thought that we might be able to get through this without any deaths. And so again, it was kind of that whole feeling again, like the first time that we had a first case was emotional. It's hard because these aren't just numbers. It's not just statistics. It's people. They're members of our community. It's someone's mom or dad or family member, best friend. And providing the information to the public and keeping them informed while also still trying to be thoughtful towards the family, and to keep them in mind with the information that we include and how we go about putting that information out there. And so we've had 2 now. I hope that we make it through without more. But yeah, it's definitely hard for sure.